Hey, this is Sam Black with my second match with Red White Mentor in Standard. I am on the draw and keeping this hand. I am up against Red Aggro, which is generally a matchup I'm happy to play against with White-Red, though this version is not as good against it as a version with Raise the Alarm and Hordling Outburst would be. I think it's worth making my opponent have a removal spell here, especially since my opponent doesn't necessarily have a second land. It's likely that my Seeker will live, and that would be great. Yeah, so I'll happily take 4 here so that I can attack for 4 on my turn. This turn I think I can safely play Outpost Siege and gain 3 life and put it on Khans. There's a temptation to put it on Dragons so that if my opponent kills Seeker, then I get to kill Foundry Street Denizen. But, actually, I'm going to put this one on Dragons for that insurance. And then next turn I can play this on Khans, because I'm happy to spend my mana next turn playing this Outpost Siege either way, which means I don't care that much about the 1 extra card I'd be exiling. Yeah, so I'm going to choose Dragons here, oddly. This is mostly because keeping Seeker in play in this matchup is so powerful that my opponent can't really let me do it. But the consolation prize I get if my opponent kills my Seeker is very good and important here. Alright, so I think I just play Outpost Siege on Khans now. My opponent gets to kill my Seeker, I get to kill the Foundry Street. I get hit once by this, but then I get to untap with a handful of removal, drawing 2 cards a turn. I do think I want to play Seeker. And then I'll Magmajet the Rabble Master. And I can put both of those in the bottom. And again, here if Seeker dies, I get to kill the Goblin token. Alright, now I get to untap with a Seeker and a bunch of burn spells. And this is a pretty good one. Alright, so 5 mana to work with. I'm probably plussing Chandra. I definitely want to play this thing. Easy Wild Slash here to trigger Prowess. Yeah, plus Chandra to pick off some more of these things. Attack here. And then I'm just going to hold Lightning Strike to trigger Prowess on the other Seeker on defense. Alright, that was fun. Now I want more of all this removal. Maybe even more Outpost Siege. I don't want Stoke the Flames. I don't want Hushwing Griff. I don't want Valorous Stance. And I think my worst remaining card is probably Rabble Master. And this looks about right. If my opponent shows me Outpost Siege, then I'll board in Erase. But as is, I think there's a reasonable chance that it's just not on the curve my opponent's looking for. I'm going to mulligan this hand. And I'll keep this. Let draw, I think it's reasonable. So I'm going to play Lightning Strike, and then I'll plan to play Windscarred Crag and Lightning Strike next turn. Don't think there's any reason to play Lightning Strike on my turn here. If my opponent played a Rabble Master, I'd feel pretty stupid. Okay, there's the Rebel Master. I guess I might as well scry. I'm not totally sure what I'm looking for, but I guess I'll know it when I see it. Not that. Give my opponent a chance to pump a Fire Drinker. Sweet. Alright. This is interesting. I feel like the play is Outpost Siege. And I actually think it's close on Khans or Dragons, but I'm going to go Khans. It feels like a spot where it should be Khans very obviously, but I actually think there's something to be said for Dragons when I'm playing Monastery of Ventura and my opponent has 2 1-toughness creatures in play. Taking 6 here. Kind of in trouble. Oh wow. Much more than 6. Oh, am I just dead? Yeah, I'm just dead. Alright, that didn't go great. Nothing about that game really made me want to change anything. This hand looks great. It's the kind of hand they can't really get under. It's possible that attacking here was wrong, that I was trading for 1 damage for 1 damage, which isn't what I want to be doing with my deck, but I think it was trading definite 1 damage for maybe 1 damage, which is a little different. Also, that was a good draw. If I draw a mountain, I think I'm definitely winning. awkward hand. I think I'm going to leave the goblin on defense. Given my hand, I don't really need to race here, even if I'm ahead and race him 2 for 1. And I don't think it's worth using my removal spell on Foundry Street Denizen. I think it's better to save it in case my opponent sticks a Rebel Master and I continue not drawing lands. Sure. Alright, with the backup Chain to the Rocks, I actually think it's being overly cautious not to use this one. Obviously, doing it post-combat after not attacking is probably not the best way to go, but I guess I've changed my mind about where we are over the course of that attack. This is scary. Okay, I'm dead. What an awkward match.